Welcome to WebSolutionZ video training. This video will show you how to log into the front end of your Joomla website, how to change your password, and how to create and edit articles. If your website includes extensions such as a calendar or document manager, these will be covered in a separate video. These instructions are for a desktop machine, so if you're accessing your site via a phone or tablet, the option should still be available, but the layout may be a bit different. Front-end login is designed to only display the most common and very simple options. If you need to do more than what's available here, please log a support request and outline your requirements. Now, you should have received a username and password via email. If you haven't, please log a support ticket to request this. If you do have your username and password ready, let's get started. Visit your website's homepage on a desktop machine. We're going to use a demo site for this video. Scroll to the bottom of the site and look in the right corner for a small pencil icon. This pencil activates a small pop-up module, which looks a bit neater than displaying a login box. If your site doesn't have this pencil, it means that either front-end login isn't available or the login box is available elsewhere on the site. As an example, here's a login box on the sitemap page, just to demonstrate what it looks like. Either option will work the same way. If you have the pencil, click on it now and enter your login details. Then click the login button. Once you're logged in, you'll be automatically redirected to a default page. Often this is the Create page, but it may be different on your website. You'll notice on your main menu there's a new pencil icon. This indicates that you're logged in. Nobody else can see this pencil unless they're also logged in. This is the user menu. Under the user menu, you'll see a number of options specific to your website. The default option will be first. In this case, it's Create Content. We're going to create a new blog post on this site. The first thing we need is to give it a title. And the next important thing is to add your words. We're just going to put some temporary news items in here. The options to the right here can be left as default, but if you'd like to change any of them, status is published, unpublished, archived or trashed. So if you have an article that is currently unpublished, you can publish it. You can set the visible for, so just leave it on public, and you have an option to publish it at a future time. So we're just going to leave it with the default. The other thing you can do is add an image. So we're going to add an image to this article by clicking Insert. And you can tell that it's taken because it's listed there. Often with a blog, you might like to add tags. In this case, on the demo site, we've got fruit. So we're going to tag this as an orange. That is basically all you need to create a new blog post. So before we press save, we're just going to go and have a look at the news page. So this is on the menu here, and we've got these sorted by date. So we've got news item 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're now going to click save. We get a message here that the article's been submitted, and when we go to the news page and refresh, here's our new article. Now, if you want to edit the article that you've just done, you notice there's a spelling mistake, or you want to add a new tag, you can use this little wheel. If you click on that and click on the edit button, it takes you back to the screen that you were in. You might like to change your image. You could add a second tag if you want to. You might want to add more text. Click on save. And you'll notice that you've got your extra tag and more text. The tags are showing up here on the right as a tag cloud. If we decided to make this one, we'll take out those two, we'll change it to apples. You'll notice that apples is bigger, and that just shows that there's more items tagged apples than others. There's also a recent news thing. You may not have the same sidebar modules on your site, but it just depends how it's been configured. Under the pencil menu, there's another option called Manage My Content. If you click on that, it just gives you all of the headings of the items that you have selected. If you click on any of them, it opens that in its own page, and again you can click on the wheel to edit. That's pretty much the basics of adding content. If you want to change something and you're at the front page, you can click on the news link and you can go straight to the item and click on anything. Your site has probably been configured so that some things can't be edited and some things can. The front-end login is designed to limit access to simple content creation. As a result, if you've got somebody who's creating blog posts for you, you may not want them to be able to change other content on the site. So we can limit that. In this instance, the only thing that can be edited is news content that has been created by the person that logged in. So that's the basics of content creation and content editing. You'll notice when you're logged in that you've got a very simple toolbar. If you want to highlight something, you can bold it. If we save that and go and have a look, you can see that that's become bolded there. A lot of the formatting is controlled by a thing called a CSS, a cascading style sheet. And as a result, to keep your site looking professional and uniform, a lot of the options that are controlled by CSS are not available here. But the things that are most likely to be used are available. One of the things that you might notice is when you're looking at the news page, these ones have a read more button. And we're going to just edit one of these to see what the difference is. So you'll notice that there's actually several paragraphs of text, and if you were looking at that in the front end of the site, you don't want that to go all the way down the page and throw everything out. So you have the option to insert that read more wherever you like. We won't do it in this one, we'll do it in the test one that we've just created. We're going to just copy this text again and again and again. Now if we click save there, you'll notice that it's gone all the way down the page and it looks a bit messy. So you look at it and say, right, after the third paragraph, I'd like to insert a read more. So you can go back to here, click on edit, count out your third paragraph, and if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see there's a read more link. Sometimes it adds an extra paragraph mark here. You can just delete that out. When you click save and you check it on the front, there's your read more. This is one of those things that you can play around with and have it look exactly as you like. If you decide that you don't like the read more being there, you can delete it back out and put it somewhere else. And that's just moved it back up. The next thing this video is going to cover is how to change your password. If you click on the link here, it brings up your profile. This field here, you can type in a new password, confirm it, and click submit, and that's your password changed. It's fairly simple. The other option that we're going to look at here is the logout option. The systems are usually set to automatically log out after a set period. It's usually 15 minutes of non-use. But it is good practice to just make sure that you leave the site as you find it. So if you have finished doing your work, you can click on here and you can click on logout. We won't do that just yet because there's one more thing that I wanted to show you, which is the user manual. So the content of this video is contained in this user manual, and it should be available under a link from the front end of your website. So we've had a bit of a look around. We're pretty happy with our new news item. That's all good. We're just going to log out now, so we're going to point here and click log out. The way we know we're logged out is the pencil menu has disappeared and the pencil is back down here down the bottom. And when we click on news now, we can see our items, but there's no wheel. So we can't edit unless we're logged in. That's the basics of adding and editing content. There's going to be further videos about some of the things that can extend your website, such as editing calendars and videos, and I'll put the links at the bottom. Thanks for watching.